Good evening, everybody. It's 7 o'clock. I hope you can hear me. There are a couple of people inside already. More people are showing up. So my name is Esther, and I'm seeing Dana, hello, Eefke, and Elisabeth, and Henny, Jutta, Rick, and Donald, and Tineke, and Jane, Sarah, Gustav, Adriana. Hello, everybody. Kirsten, Jean, and let's see if more people are coming in. Well, I think we'll start. Um, First, welcome. I'm really happy you're all here. And if there's any questions, there is a Q&A button at the top of your screen, and you can ask your questions there. So if anything happens, like you don't hear me anymore, let me know immediately. And there is a space for questions at the end of the webinar. So I hope you're all well. You're sitting in a comfortable place. The reason I invited you is my article in Huffington Post about the ice-cold clause of perfectionism and all the messages I received afterwards. Well, it beautifully emphasized my mission, my personal mission, helping creative people like you to step into their creative fire and show their creativity to the world. So, why is perfectionism even harder for creative people? Because you, being a talented creative human being, you use your talent as a way to show up in the world. You, your talent, your creativity, and your business are intertwined to the extent that it's almost one shiny object. And that shiny object should better be perfect. And while we want it to be perfect, all the fun leaves the building. Because perfectionism kills your fun, it kills your joy, and it crushes your happiness. So I've got a lot to share with you. You can you can write it down, or you can just relax and drink your tea or coffee or very healthy green smoothie, because I will send you the recording of the webinar later. So, the sharing thing. Well, welcome once again. What is the webinar about? Now I'm going too fast. First, I will tell you a little bit about me, so you've got to get some perspective. And then we will go into the why and what of the ice-cold clause of perfectionism. And mind you, this is not going to be a scholarly talk about the psychology of perfectionism or how the DSM-5 manual of mental disorders defines it. This is about you as a creative entrepreneur, how you can use your unique creative talents without being crushed by perfectionism. And by the way, when I refer to creative entrepreneurs, I mean all those who knowingly use creativity as their magic power, from a life coach or a teacher to a designer, or a photographer like Sherry, who just entered. Hello, Sherry. I will help you experience what your life and business would feel like without perfectionism, with a guided visualization. And I will explain how you can transform your business and life in 69 days while doing almost only really wonderful, fun things. So a little bit about me. This is me. I'm a mentor for creative entrepreneurs, and I've worked internationally in the field of art, design, and culture as a consultant and organizer for over 27 years. And as a certified transformational coach, I help many people change their lives and businesses. I live on a farm in the north of the Netherlands with my husband and my son. And my son is in the middle, and my husband is at the other, is at the other end, the one with the beard. Oh. And I love being outside and see how nature transforms itself daily. And I love working outside. And when I'm meeting my clients, I sit on this couch in my office. And my office used to be the stable. And I speak to them via Skype. So my clients live all over the world. And this is my table with my art stuff. And here are some of the beautiful faces of some of my clients. Here they are. And here are a couple of their testimonials. One from Carmen, who lives in Jordan. Karen, who lives in Germany. And Diewertje, who lives in the Netherlands. So the reason why you're all here is my article for the Huffington Post. I wrote this article when I was working on my new program, Playing and Creating, and it was almost finished. And then I sent out this article, and I received tons of messages from people who had similar experience and who were very touched by the article. So I will read you a couple of lines from the article. In the late spring of 1987, I stood in the art book section of a large bookstore in Arnhem, the Netherlands. I was 23 years old. My hair was dyed bright purple and tears were streaming down my face. This is what I looked like in 1987, still without the purple hair. And I had just realized that the book Esther de Charon de Saint-Germain, An Artist's Life, would never be written. I gazed at the books about the genius of Picasso and Louise Bourgeois and Claes Oldenburg and took a decision that would change the course of my life forever. I accepted that as an artist, I was a failure in the making. Gone were the days of art. Designing and painting were a thing of the past. It was so obvious to me. Being an artist was for the chosen ones, the brave ones, who were prepared to suffer, to live in drafty attics, wait for commissions to magically appear. And I was not borderline enough to roll in the mud, too prudish and scared to show myself. I was just very middle of the road. And within 1 week, I left the art academy and enrolled in the University of Amsterdam to become an art historian. And at the university, I studied, described, discussed, compared, and categorized art without touching it. And you know what? I loved it. Walking through the Rijksmuseum with my notebook and my pens felt so safe, like being in a feel-good movie. I relied solely on my brains, and they were working fine. Who could argue with grades? Gone were the insecurities about the quality of my art. No lineup of art school teachers hovering over my sketches, muttering something like, interesting, maybe, not sure about the inherent quality though. Gone were the feelings of inadequacy. No one looking at the work of a fellow student, feeling caught in the headlights like a rabbit. She is so much more original, braver, outspoken than I ever will be. I boxed my art supplies and trashed my paintings and carefully deleted everything that was remotely artsy. And convinced, I was convinced I'd made truly ugly work when I was at art school, until I found some old slides of my work before I trashed them. This is one of my trash paintings, by the way. For 27 years, I worked in the field of art, culture, and design as an organizer, curator, manager, and coach. The only time I touched an artwork was when I lifted the painting out of the box and hung it on the wall of a museum. And here's another one of my trashed paintings. I think it was still in the making. So a year ago, I found out my secondary archetype is the creator. And my first reaction was, who, me, a creator? No way. But then I learned the creator has a huge pitfall, perfectionism. To be honest, I never considered myself a perfectionist. I gathered that had I been a perfectionist, my life would have been less messy, more, well, perfect. But then it dawned on me, quitting art school was not the best thing I've ever done. I had given in to perfectionism. I had been so scared to be not worthy enough. I had taken myself out of the game. I had been in the slimy, ice-cold claws of perfectionism since I gave in at the bookstore in Arnhem. And here's another one of my trashed paintings with my trusted teddy bear on top of the closet. So perfectionism has nothing to do with being perfect. And perfectionism has nothing to do with trying to achieve something that is almost out of your reach. Perfect is an A for an exam or a table set by Martha Stewart, a smooth paint job on a 39 Cadillac. Perfectionism kills your creativity because it convinces you that your talents are nothing special, that you are not creative at all, that you are just plain ordinary. And by the way, also too fat, thin, old, young, smart, stupid, small, tall, rich, or broke. Perfectionism is the silent killer of your happy talents. It whispers in your ear when you're writing an article. Are you sure people like to read this? Your ugly daughter, procrastination, will take over. She presses her moist cheek to yours and hisses, why don't you do something different first? Your house is dirty. Clean it. What will people think? Perfectionism will visit you when you're almost ready to start your own business. She will occupy your brain. Sweetie, are you sure? Are you up to it? Look at what happened to Carol. She's broke. Have a good look at a beautiful website Tom has made. It is very difficult to be as good as he is. Perfectionism will call in her ugly twins, self-doubt and overwhelm. Like an army of Uruk-hai, they will immediately start trashing up your ideas, causing such turmoil and chaos you would rather give up than having to clean up after them. So, how can we deal with perfectionism, and how can we simply be with a perfectionism? First, we have to acknowledge. Then we have to play. Then we have to fail big time. And then we have to create. And when you think, what's with all the exclamation marks? That is because it might look simple, but in reality, it can be pretty hard. So let's start with acknowledging. So don't wait for 27 years like I did. Get to know all its dirty tricks. And when you start facing your little monsters, it's very important to be compassionate to yourself. And it is evenly important to be compassionate to other people who make errors just like you, like me. So, like Shakespeare said, to err is human. And being a perfectionist is not some kind, this is very important, it's not some kind of punishment from the universe. It is an unwanted byproduct that came with your creativity and your talents. And at the same time, it is the destroyer of your inner beauty. So here's what we're going to do. We all together, like you, we're all going to raise our hands and we all do it together. And when I say go, you say I and then your name am a perfectionist. And even we don't see each other or hear each other, it can be very powerful to own up to it, to something like this at the same time. So, are you ready? Okay, go. Raise up your hand. Go. I, Esther, am a perfectionist. Great. Excellent. I'm very proud of you. Okay, let's move forward. After the acknowledging, starts the playing. And this truly is the best part. Perfectionism is not fun of playing. It is messy and it involves laughing. Nothing puts the uptightness of perfectionism more in perspective than a good laugh. Play games. And if you have children, use their toys. Sit on the ground and play. Are there no children around? Go out and buy yourself a box of Lego. Recently, my husband and our son and my mother-in-law and I visited an exhibition of sand sculptures, but we didn't like it very much. But there was also a huge hall full of Lego. We've been building Lego houses for over 3 hours. Afterwards, we all felt so much more light and joyous. And if you don't believe me, slightly more well-known people like to play too. So, after playing comes failing. When you Google fail, all you see is page after page after page, images of people who are belittling each other. Filled Photoshop images, people who are seen as too ugly, too dumb, too noisy, too upfront, to anything. People who are doing something different than the things they're supposed to do. And the criticism out there is relentless. It goes on and on and on, but nothing, really nothing, is as relentless as our own voice. This is what our voice sounds on a bad day. Who do you think you are? What will they think? Really? Are you wearing that? You can't do that. You're too old, too stupid, too young, too unsuccessful, too smart. You are not who you are supposed to be. Who you are is not enough. You are not enough. This voice, it starts when we're really young, and after a while we are convinced the voice of criticism is right. We think we are not enough. We have this old idea we have to behave in a certain way and act in a certain way within the realms of the rest of the world. Because whatever I do, I cannot fail. Because we've been taught failing is bad. But I'm here to tell you that failing is not bad at all. Failing is good. Failing is like playing for real. And this is an example of daring to fail. Designer and a glassblower challenged a group of students to explore and test the limits of glass blowing. And the only way they could produce pieces that challenge the traditional methods of glass design and craft was by trying and failing and trying and failing. And there was no way they could foresee their end product. All they could do was failing and learning. So this is failing in practice. The product designers are the masters of failing. They build stuff that is sturdy and innovative, like a car that goes 200 miles per hour without any fuel, or a trampoline that can carry 10 children or 100. The only way they can make something that is perfect is by doing it, by failing, by learning from the mistakes, by trying again, failing again, learn from it, and fail again, until they have a really good product. What would our world look like when they didn't have the guts to fail? And what could your life and business be when you dare to fail and learn from it and try again? So after failing comes creating. And that's where we creative entrepreneurs excel, as long as we downsize the voices. Perfectionism. It is not good enough. Procrastination. I need to do something else first. Comparison. Look at what she does. It's almost like what I do, so I might as well give up. Doubt. Maybe it won't work out as I think it ought to be. And self-criticism. I'm not good enough. I might as well take a job as a waitress. No way will I make money with this idea. But when we embrace our fears and our vulnerability and all the insecurities of not being able to control the outcome, suddenly everything is a piece of art, because at the heart of creativity is the not knowing, the vulnerability, the getting lost, and the uncertainty. And creating thus becomes the natural antidote to perfectionism, as is laughing. So when we see the world with fresh eyes, we see the little flower at the bottom of a shopping cart. We see unintended art, like a glass in a piece of a ribbon. And we can doodle away for 30 minutes and feel as relaxed as after a day at the spa. Well, I hope you're ready for the guided visualization. If you need to close the door or light a candle or pick up a warm blanket, you can do it now. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And when you take another deep breath, relax your shoulders and face, eyebrows. I will guide you through the meditation. If you don't see anything, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. If you sense or feel something, that's fine too. Everyone experiences these things uniquely. Now imagine there is a beautiful golden gate high up in the air, around 300 feet or 100 meters above your head. Golden Gate is a beautiful wooden door and a delicately carved stone porch. The porch is very large. You are invited to lay everything on it you love to create. So pick up your new painting, your blog post, your book, ideas, the dress you love to make, the guitar you love to play, the song you love to sing, all the ideas that live in your heart and mind, even the ones that are so think you haven't even thought about them. They're all welcome on the porch. The porch welcomes them all. Now, imagine suddenly, by some unseen hand, the wooden doors are opened, and out streams an endless shiny golden light. It swirls around your creative ideas. It touches every little bit from that huge mountain of beauty. And then it streams down like a big waterfall until it enters the crown of your head. When it enters, it swirls around in your brain, cleaning all the doubt and resistance. It touches your eyes, allowing you to see what's really there. It touches your nose, your mouth, and throat, where it helps you to communicate and express everything you long for. Allow it in your heart, warm and safe. It helps you to connect to your vulnerability. It melts all the hardness, allowing you to feel what a beautiful human being you are. It enters your arms and hands, enters your solar plexus, your stomach, where it melts all the fear and anxiety. It goes down, enters your hips, softens your anger. Feel it everywhere. Let it melt uncertainty and overwhelm. Enters your legs, and it takes everything you don't need with it. And fills you up with this beautiful golden light of endless possibilities. The stream enters the earth, and the earth graciously receives everything you don't need and gives you in return pure love and energy. There is a special place deep in the earth where you can let your light bounce right up. It streams back into your legs, your roots, your chest. It touches your heart once again. It touches your head. Now you are connected to the universe. Imagine you are in a beautiful landscape. Maybe there is a green meadow, or a river, or a forest. You are alone. While you're walking, all kinds of ideas come up. You want to create something. Maybe an article, or a song, a new business plan, or a drawing, anything. The prospect of creating something or work on one of your beautiful ideas fills your heart with joy and happiness. You can feel your step getting lighter. You are going to make something. Then there is a fork in the road. The right one has a lot of rocks. It goes down, and you decide that this is your path. While you're walking down the path, you notice the whole atmosphere changes and the path darkens. It immediately affects you. We don't know where the joy has gone. There are no possibilities, just problems, and doubts. I'm just going to read my book. Who will listen to my voice? There are enough people who want to do something with organic food. How am I going to do it? There's so much I've got to learn first. I need a new website. I can't afford someone to do it for me. I don't know anything about these kinds of things. You feel your muscles tighten. Feel it. Maybe it's in your forehead, your eyes, your shoulders. There is no room left for beauty or for joy. And then you hear a voice. This is not how I want to feel. You look around to see who's there, but you are all alone. It is your own voice. You recognize the tight feeling, the unstoppable train of thought wearing you out. This is not the path you want to go. You turn around and you feel the fresh air again. This time you take the path on the left. It goes up. You walk all the way up, up. While you're walking, new, fresh ideas come up. They enter your heart and mind like little bubbles of happiness. Finally, you arrive at the top. You've climbed higher than you ever did before. You look around and notice you're literally on top of the world. And while you're standing there, you suddenly realize, I don't need to know how it's done. All I need to know is why I'm doing it, what I want to change in the world, who I want to be in this life. And it's like your heart is growing every second. And you take big gulps of fresh air, and it's like the mountain air has cleaned all the obstacles inside of you. Everything has become crystal clear. All the answers were there already. You can literally see all the solutions. The book you long to write, the business you so desperately want to start, the changes you can make. You see how you have touched and influenced the life of other people. The woman with the curly hair sitting in the train, smiling, engrossed in the blog post you have written. You see the man who has tears in his eyes as he listens to your music. A group of women is looking up. They're looking up and waving at you. You have taught them how they can truly express themselves. A group of children with beaming smiles because they learned to read because of what you did. You can hear their happy voices. They are so grateful. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for sharing your unique talents with us. All you have to know is why you are doing it and what you want to achieve. The answer will come to you. While you stretch out your arms, you declare, this is how it shall be. This is how I want to feel. You walk home with a light step and a heart filled with joy because you know you will create your magic no matter what. You know you are talented and creative enough to have faith that there is always a solution. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. And take another deep breath. Welcome back. I truly hope you will benefit from this visualization. You can listen to it whenever you tense up or get entangled in overwhelm. Even when you're not listening to it, you just imagine your own mountaintop and go straight back up. Well, these kind of visualizations will be an important part of the 69 days of playing in creating. And I'm very proud to tell you about this playing and creating program, and I'm feeling very excited and looking forward to it. Because this is the 10-week program I've developed for creative entrepreneurs who want to welcome their unique creativity and their joy and abundance, and who are truly done with perfectionism. So it's created for all you creative people who want to move past perfectionism and doubt. Because in order to get real change and transformation, you need to pass procrastination and self-doubt and comparison and overwhelm. And because I know perfectionism is a total bore, I created a program that is mainly a lot of fun to be in. So, when is this program for you? This program is for you when you are a hard-working, creative solo entrepreneur and your creative force is your secret power. You work in the field of arts, culture, writing, movie or television, photography, websites, DIY, design, fashion, music, acting, architecture, coaching, wellness, dancing, yoga, communication, event organizing, everything where your magic power is your creativity. You have a library of shiny ideas, but they exist mainly in your head. You know your creativity is limitless, but on average days, you think your creativity has left the building, leaving you feeling talentless and lost. What if they think I'm a big old fraud? You have a burning desire to stand out, to be special, to show your amazingness. However, your fear of failure is stronger than your desire. You are very scared to be seen as a copycat. You rather remain silent than to be perceived as not very original. You know you are different, hence the never stopping flow of ideas. But they never come along. They never come alone. Like a pack of wolves, they drag their faithful companions with them. Procrastination, doubt, comparison, perfectionism, fear of failure, and resistance. And then you have a nagging voice in your head. It's on auto repeat, and you say, and it says, seriously, do you think you could pull that off? Really? You? Are you kidding me? You have read at least 10 self-help books and paid a lot of money for programs where you got stuck. You couldn't get the personal support to get unstuck. You feel crushed between your creativity and all the business advice and different strategies that are out there. They're all so shiny and beautiful. You love to have them all. Online programs, a sales funnel, webinars, manifesting wealth. But after 2 weeks, you can't follow through on any because you needed the personal support. And you really want to be your own boss. But really, secretly, you wish you had a director to tell you what to do, what you need to do. So this is a program of 69 days, which is 10 weeks. And as you can see, there are 4 modules. And the first one is acknowledge, where we look our little monsters in their eyes. It's 3 weeks, and in those 3 weeks you find clarity and you understand your pitfalls and you truly understand how unique your talents are. And the second one is play, and play is fun, and it's all about losing up and hang loose and experiment and fail, and there's even a real prize for the best fail. And it's about releasing your inner resistance to real change. Then 3 weeks of creating, and where we create our heart's desire from a brand new perspective of possibilities. And then we end with 1 week, the last module, where you get a real boost in order for you to seriously move forward. So what will be transformed in your business and life after this program? Huge mind shift. You learn to play and to create, and while really connecting to your body, soul, and heart. Learn to fail and to learn what your heart, soul, and mind truly need. You become visible, so you can show yourself to the world. And you're going to align your communication, make friends with perfectionism and self-doubt, and we change comparison into a main strategy machine. So there will be no she's better or worse than I, but really understand what other people are doing in a way that you can learn something about yourself and your own business. And then start out in the crowd, which is the ultimate start before you're ready approach without procrastination. So no more I have to lose 10 pounds before I make the video, just going to do it. And it's all in the same area of the group. And very important, I think, is the revaluation of your own talents and your knowledge and skills. Because very often people think they take these amazing talents for granted. They think, well, it's just average, nothing special. Almost always, well, actually always they are special and they are unique. So, what's in the program? First, there is the online playing and creating program. It's the online program, and all the creative study material is in there. Lots of inspiration and knowledge, weekly new meditations and insights, and all the downloadable program sheets that can help you move forward, and the recording of all the sessions. And it is yours for as long as you want to. You can download it and bring it with you. So every moment you think or feel I need an extra boost, you can just listen to it again. Then there are the weekly online sessions. So these are 10 weekly sessions with live meditations and guided visualizations and our live Q&As. And there is a closed Facebook group. And it's a safe haven. It's only for you and your fellow creatives. And I will be there all the time to support you and cheer you on and kindly push you further towards joy, play, creativity, and experimenting. And there is profound mental support. I'll hold you accountable for everything you do. I will give you lots of encouragement. My shoulder is yours as long as you need to cry on, and there will be huge high fives. So there are 2 options. First, there is the Gold program, and this is in it. It's a 10-week program with 10 online coaching group sessions, and 10 weeks of group coaching, and 10 weeks, or as long as you like, access to the Playing and Creating Facebook group. And there is the Platinum VIP program. It has the 10-week program and the 10 online coaching group sessions, and the 10 weeks of group coaching, and the 10 weeks of access to the Playing and Creating Facebook group. But this is the Platinum only. It has 3 one-on-one Skype coaching sessions worth $900, and 10 weeks of private email support outside of the group worth $750. And there are only 20 spots available. And we start Monday, March 30. Okay, the overview is this. So both the Gold and the Platinum both have the 10 weeks program and the 10 online coaching group sessions and the 10 weeks of group coaching and the 10 weeks of Playing and Creating Facebook group. And the Platinum has the extra free coaching sessions and the 10 weeks of private email support, so for your and my eyes only. And because I truly believe in this program, I made it a risk-free investment. So we start at March 30. If you don't like the first week, I'll give you back your money. So it's risk-free. And how much is the Gold option? The Gold option is $479, or you can pay in 2 terms, $259. And Platinum, only 20 spots, is $979, or it is a buy easy 3 months payment plan. So you pay in 3 terms of $349. Registration closes at Thursday the 19th, and the reason is that this is a program where I truly need to get to know you all. Otherwise, I cannot properly support you. So I need at least 10 days to read all your background information. That's the reason. And do you feel this program is for you? Take action now. So you have until March 19 to enroll. And please remember, there are only 20 spots in the Platinum VIP group. And if you want, everything is on the website and on the Playing and Creating page. So if you go to www.estherdecharon.com/playing-and-creating, you read everything there is to know, and there are a couple of Q&A's there as well. En voor de Nederlandse ondernemers, the Dutch entrepreneurs who have to pay VAT, there is a www.estherdecharon.com/Nederlandse-ondernemers page. There you can see all the prices in euros and all the information and where you can buy the program. If you have any questions in the next couple of days, mail me, ask me anything, really. And if there are questions now, let me know, because there is some time now. And if there is no question, that's fine too, because you can mail it to me later, because, well, that's okay. Because if you rather send your question in private, that's fine too. and you can simply hit reply to the email you receive after the webinar. And there, I will send you the email with all the links and information after the webinar. And within an hour or so, you receive the recording of the recording. So there are no questions at this moment. So before we go, I want to thank you, really, for joining me. I truly enjoyed spending this hour with you. And can I ask you something? Before you go, don't give up. Even if the fear creeps back into you, don't give up on that blog post, the drawing, the idea that came up in the shower, the little dress you want to make. Make it. Do it. It has not to be the idea that will cure cancer or spread eternal happiness. It will be something that makes you happy, that brings you joy, and that's how you change the world, one happy mind at a time. So, goodbye everyone, and thank you very much, and it has been a real pleasure.